Well, a Pakistan nuke has gone missing. Where do you look for it? Well, first thing I would do is I'd shut down the country. I'd close down the borders. Nobody in, nobody out. I'd increase security. I would imagine that if it was stolen from our country, it may still be in our country. That's if we're able to determine that it went missing quickly. If we have no idea when it went missing, if it was stored and there's no there's no way of knowing, well, that's going to be a heck of a lot harder to determine. Uh, are there any neighboring countries that you'd ask to help in the search? Nobody. I wouldn't trust anybody. Nobody's to be trusted ever under any circumstances, especially when it comes to this. I wouldn't trust anybody. Is there anybody you would avoid asking for help? Yeah, everyone. I wouldn't ask anybody for help. I'd avoid everybody. I would start by securing the borders. I'd launch a full-scale investigation. There's a good chance that within our own within the borders of Pakistan, you have crazies, you have the jihadists, you have the Taliban, you have different factions of nut jobs, and being as how the Pakistani government is so unstable and the country's unstable, I would imagine that it probably would be one of the easiest places to get your hands on a nuke and to steal it from. A lot easier than the U.S. or Russia or Britain or most other places, even India. So I would start right in my own home. I would start looking. I'd turn over every rock, find out, find any evidence I possibly can, and see if the crazies got it. If they got it, well then we can get it back. Hopefully, there's some more questions here. Do you think it's really missing, or do you think it could be an accounting error? That'd be a pretty big accounting error, and I'd imagine someone's getting fired over that. We'd have to do a recount of our inventory and just double check. If it's missing, we need to close our borders and nobody in, nobody out, and figure out where the heck it's at. Let's see, even though nuclear bombs are relatively safe, meaning that the likelihood of accidental detonation is very low, what is the danger of having one unaccounted for? Think beyond obvious, like being dropped to Times Square. Well, the jihadists getting their hands on it, even within our own borders, dropping it on us. Um, the fact that one is missing is just a scary thought. Um, is there somebody inside who's feeding information to somebody else? Do we have a traitor on our hands? We have to find out who that is, because just one nuke missing, we can't just wash our hands of that, or find it and think that everything's okay. There's a lot more here. How did these people find out? How did they get it? Who led them to it? Who provided the access to get to it? So we have to find out who our traitors are and execute them. No, we have to do something with them. Put them in prison for the rest of their life. Something. Or get rid of them or extradite them if they're from somewhere else. And that's what I think. Let's see. I think that was the last thing to answer. Account for. Yeah, so right. There could be a traitor inside. We need to get rid of them. That's something serious to address. All right.